Hey, I'm Scott, and I'm an American in Bangkok. I got a letter, but first, please remember to visit my blog, visit my website. It's at anamericaninbangkok.com. Become a member. There's a members button. You click on that, and now through the end of the month, membership for a year is only $39.95. That's $10 off the normal price. I got a new book coming out, Ask Me Anything. I got an old book, They Call Me Farang, which you can get at theycallmefarang.com. If you want the audio version of that book, you can get it for just $9.95. That's $5 off. Use the code Farang16. That's Farang16. You'll get $5 off the normal price, which is $14.95. So you get it for $9.95. So now let's get into this. Now that I got past all that stuff, let me get into this letter here. Scott, I often wonder if you know what you know now, would you have stayed in Thailand? I know you love your children and don't regret them. However, I'm curious if you would, if you could, would you change things in the past now that you know how corrupt Thailand is? Regards, Stephen. First of all, I wouldn't change anything because of corruption. Corruption in Thailand, corruption affects people in many different ways, and sometimes you don't even know how it's affecting you. You wonder, oh, why is this so expensive? Well, maybe it has to do with some corruption. But that corruption takes place in just about every country. Not everywhere, but happens in the United States. You know, and it happens here in Thailand, but for the most part, I don't really even worry about it. It doesn't affect me that much. For the most part, I'm very unaffected by the way that the Thai system works. I keep to myself most of the time, and I don't get into any situations that I deem to be difficult or troublesome. I try to keep myself out of those kind of situations. I'm not starting a business here trying to take over somebody's territory or any of those kind of things. So for me, it doesn't really affect me. Now, as far as do I regret anything, or would I have stayed in Thailand knowing what I know now back when I first came over here? I would still come here. If I know now what I knew then, probably the only thing I would do differently is I would try to have more money when I came over. And maybe, the only thing that I would really hope that would be different is that I would have the knowledge I have now, which if the internet had been, if the internet was more entrenched in daily life like it is now, when I first came over here, I probably would have had more information, and it would have made my transition into living here a little bit easier and smoother and fast. But it wasn't all that difficult anyway. There were some things that maybe I could have done differently, but yeah, money is a big thing. When you come over here. Yeah, money is important, but as far as would I change anything, nah. And everybody talks about, oh, it's so corrupt over there. You know what? I just don't really experience it, and if I am experiencing it, then I'm either too stupid to realize, or it doesn't affect me. So would I move here right now? If I was to move over here, it would depend on the amount of money that I had. And, I'm at a different age now. So for me to say something like, oh, I wouldn't do it, I can't do that because, it's a different time. I'm different. So it's hard for me to look back and say, right now would I move over? If I was going to do anything right now, the same thing. I'd make sure I had more money when I came here. I probably would have worked longer, saved more money, and tried to learn more about how things operate here. I can't say that the Thai government has made anything so difficult now for me, or so worrisome, or so troublesome, or so aggravating that I can't live here anymore. Every once in a while, I feel like, I got to get out of here. And then I look at what's going on in the United States, and it's a perfect example of the fact that there is no perfect place. Would I go back to the United States now? I would. There would have to be certain things that I would get from going back. There would be certain stipulations for me to go back. I would need a few things. I wouldn't want to live like right next to somebody. I wouldn't want to live in an apartment. There's a whole list of things, and I'm going to do a video on this. And then you'll see why it's really, once you live here for a long time, and I have nothing back in the United States except for my parents and my family. That's all I have. I don't have anything there. There's nothing. I have access to the VA. Okay, I guess that counts, but I have my family, and that counts for a lot. But what I mean is I have no material possessions. I don't have a house. I don't have a car. I don't have anything. So once you are over here and you've been here a long time, that's something that would be something maybe that I could do differently, but I don't know if it would have been feasible. And that is that when I came over here, 21 years ago, maybe I should have left something in place for me to go back to. And that's something to consider. But I didn't have a house then. I was living in a nice apartment, and I liked the place, but it wasn't mine. I had a car. I sold it. So what else do I got left? I got really nothing left. I don't really have anything, like I said. Please remember to click like, click subscribe, share this video, leave a comment, whatever the comment might be. Until next time, I'm Scott. I'm an American in Bangkok. Chok di lat jerken mai.